What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. This video is my top 3, just in my opinion, top 3 performing, easy to grow, easy to propagate Begonia Rex. Now, I have a huge collection of Rex begonias, but these 3 I tend to propagate more often than others for some reason. They're very easy to propagate. They are resilient. They're beautiful. And I'll show you why as we go along. So let's start with the first one. This is the Jurassic Series Rex Dragon Fruit. It is a beautiful, beautiful plant. The leaves get pretty big. This isn't even the largest. I'll show you on one of my props that how big the leaves can get, and probably even bigger than what I have. But they are a beautiful silver sheen, and the veins are a berry purple. And the edges of the leaves also have the berry coloring. But you can see they are just striking. They are beautiful. They grow really full and big. This one is the mother plant, but she's not as big because obviously I continuously harvest leaves for myself. I sell some of them off. They are just beautiful, beautiful plants. So for this dragon fruit, this one, the mother plant is growing in a self-watering container I set up with soil that she came in. So I didn't do anything to her how she was set up. I just added a wick and added a reservoir. Does great under lights, LEDs. I also propagate them in water. And I have some videos on this if you've been following. This is a large leaf. This is a second propagation off of this leaf. The first propagation was growing off the bottom of the petiole, and I cut those off in the video and grew them. They are growing separately, and now I put the mother leaf back in because she had some babies growing on top, and sure enough, she's rooted, and we have plants growing on the top surface. This one also has some babies growing on the top surface. They're very small, as you can see, but extremely easy. Just put them near a light and give them plenty of water, and sure enough, they will propagate for you. And this is the second propagation, so we'll see. We'll see how many I can get out of it. I've also been able to propagate them in sphagnum moss, as you can see here. Sphagnum moss, this needs to be watered, but I just cut off the petiole and kind of did a cone cutting, wedged it into the sphagnum moss, and a baby plant grew immediately right through the center. Easy, easy peasy. I kind of forgot about it. I kept watering it, but I forgot about it. Very easy. This one here, this is also a dragon fruit. This mother leaf I put right into acrylic yarn in this glass vessel, and she popped up some babies. We have a couple of crowns growing through here. You can tell that this has not been under lights because the silver and the berry are minimal in most of these leaves. This one is starting to get the color, but the other ones have been under lights. You can see the difference. So that is dragon fruit, Jurassic Series, Begonia Rex. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful plant. Next one up, we have Hugh McLaughlin. This is really, really cool. If given the correct light, this is close to what it would look like, this leaf. It is a striking magenta with dark veins. When you don't have enough light, it kind of stays silver with some blush of the magenta. Silver green, I guess you could say. So a lot of these have not been under enough light. Obviously this one has reached some light. But the leaf shape is also more narrow. It does have larger teeth on the edges, as you can see here. You see how those teeth look? These leaves are kind of curling because they've been kind of neglected. They've been in the back of the grow space, so I haven't really been paying much attention. But I constantly take leaves off of this to propagate in different ways. For example, this was a leaf propagation in sphagnum moss. You can see in a little cup. Growing nicely, getting the adult color because it's right underneath an LED light. Not bad. And this was a propagation in acrylic yarn. So you can see, nice full little plant. Needs some more light in order to get the magenta coloring, which it will get eventually, but it is growing nicely. Many, many crowns in there, as you can see. Not just one, there's like a whole bunch of crowns, but really easy to grow. Beautiful, beautiful Rex. Next up and last on this video is Silver Limbo. This plant, when kept correctly, obviously, I haven't been paying enough attention to this because with the easier ones I kind of neglect, and it's not fair, it's not right, I shouldn't do that. But because they're so easy, I assume, oh, they'll be fine. But you can see the edges of the leaves a little dry. I let this dry out too often. They bounce back, but still, it doesn't look pretty on the edges. But this is Silver Limbo. When healthy, the leaves are a beautiful silver. The entire top of the leaf surface is just it looks almost like it's spray painted silver. Really, really beautiful. This is the mother plant. Of course, like I said, I've been neglecting, and I know I shouldn't, but there's some leaves that need to be removed. This one isn't needed, so let me just remove that one. But the plant is beautiful. I have a bunch of propagations from this. They propagate really quickly and easily. All I have as an example right now is one in water. This was the mother leaf, and as you can see, she sprouted tons of roots and a bunch of crowns. And I was thinking I have like 2 or 3 of these in water culture. I may keep them in water or I may transfer them. I'm not sure. I may transfer some of them to acrylic. It's easiest for me, and I know that they thrive and they do great. So I may do that. The mother plant, I'm gonna keep her in the soil that she's in. When they get root bound like this, it's a lot easier to take care of and to manage because they dry out quickly, and you don't have the threat of root rot that often. So that's why, in case anyone's wondering, that's why I keep a lot of the mother plants that I get from either a shop or a supplier. I tend to keep them in their pots and in their soil because usually they're root bound. They've been growing in that soil and in that pot for a while, and I know that I can maintain them once they're root bound. If the plant has a small root system and they're in a pot that's larger, let's say they're not root bound, there is the chance that if I do overwater, those roots are going to rot, and I don't want that to happen. So if they are small roots, or let's say they haven't gotten root bound in the pot that they're in when I buy them, I will clean off the roots, put them in water culture, or put them just straight into acrylic yarn. But yeah, Silver Limbo. Beautiful, beautiful plant, easy to propagate, easy to grow, easy to neglect. I don't recommend it. But yeah, so there you have it. Those are my top three easy to grow and easy to propagate Rex begonias. Doesn't mean that any of the other ones I have aren't easy per se, but these definitely stand out as being the easiest that I've noticed because I tend to keep propagating them, and they just thrive and thrive and thrive and thrive. So, and they're also, it's interesting because they're different statures. So this is a large statured Rex. This one is smaller statured, the leaves are smaller, and the Silver Limbo, believe it or not, gets a little bit bigger than the human Glothlin. So anyway, there you have it. In my opinion, the top 3 easy to grow in my collection, Begonia Rex. And if you have any questions about any of these or how I've been propagating any of these, because obviously you can see I use different methods, leave a comment. I will get back to you. If you have not subscribed, please do. Like and comment. Hit that bell if you want to be notified, and I will see you in the next video.